I actually had to get the American version of this game because you can't get it on the you can't get the English version anymore. At least I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere.
The tale you are about to hear is the tale of the Black Knight and his sword.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, may be the reason it piqued my interest a little bit. Don't know why it disappeared from the English store, but
Don't know exactly when.
I mean, I could still find it on the American store.
Let's just say that it's a mysterious tale passed down through the ages. There was once a kingdom, and in that kingdom, a princess. And she was as pretty as a flower to behold. But the cruelty of her deeds knew no bounds.
Dad was right, it's always the pretty ones.
In that kingdom also lived the sword spirit.
I remember a long time ago, I downloaded the demo. There was a time trial for this game, and I still have the time trial on my account. That's how I got the, that's how I tried to find it originally through the, European version. And that was during a time when I got my PS3, and, like, I was so like, trigger happy in order to just download whatever demo I could find and just, like, use it for all it's worth. I just found it so cool that I'm like, man, I can try these games before I buy them. So I downloaded everything. I'm like, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try this. And to be fair, that's how I found out about games that I probably wouldn't have tried otherwise. And this was one of them, and I don't remember playing it for very long, but I was probably a lot younger when I tried it, so I probably was like, man, this game doesn't appeal to me, person who's playing Call of Duty at the time. This game's super weird. Just to fuck with people, you should have played Sonic and the Black Knight instead of Black Knight's Sword. Fun fact, next to Shadow the Hedgehog, that was my first Sonic game. No, actually, that's a lie. My first Sonic... Was that my first Sonic? No, that wasn't my first Sonic game. My first Sonic game was Sonic Heroes. It was Sonic Heroes, then Sonic 06, then Shadow the Hedgehog. No, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, then Sonic and the Black Knight. Yeah, there we go. The good ones. Is it any wonder I never got into the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, which is kind of funny? Because, Sonic and the Black Knight was, like, I actually unironically like it when I was young. I didn't do anything, like, the game, like, I was supposed to do. I also find it funny that I can just get all of my basic controls right now. Attack, jump, magical attack, black heel bore. Normal attack, press square for normal attack, double jump, high attack, move the left stick up to attack while jumping, low attack, move the left stick down to attack while jumping, X while crouching to evade. Huh. With R2 button, you can summon Black Hellebor's power. Hold and release the R2 button to transform the sword into the... Okay, I feel like I'm getting spoiled on stuff, so you know what? I'm just gonna go to options and see, like, okay, subtitles. Put that shit on. And all this should be pretty fine. I wish Sonic Forces never existed. Man, my friend, the one that I keep on mentioning who's a Sonic fan, he showed up he bought that game day one. We got it at midnight, and none of us were excited to play it. None of us. It was kind of depressing. And we were just sitting there going crazy as things happened in that game, and we were just like, what? What? As the descent into madness happened. We played it until 2 a.m. Then I went to bed. They played a little bit further. Then we got up in the morning and played the rest of it. Oh man, it was a dumpster fire. It was glorious. My first Sonic game was Sonic and Knuckles. Hey, at least that's better than Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog.
The sky is gloomy. The wind is pregnant with rain. The worm wormwood is buffeted by the wind, torn apart and scattered.
Man, okay, like, I know I'm not supposed to take, like, Sonic the Hedgehog stories too, like, seriously. But man, fuck Adventure's story. Fuck Adventure 2's story. Not as much as Adventure 1's. Adventure 2's is at least better. Heroes is whatever. Shadow is just funny. At least Sonic and the Black Knight is the most, like... Sonic Generations and, like, Colors, those are fine. I actually like those games. I just like to point out that we were talking about the Sonic franchise as there is someone swinging and probably dead. I feel like that's metaphoric in some ways. Yep. Okay, there we go. Man, failed suicides are the worst suicides. Sonic Heroes is okay if you play through each campaign once and in between days of each other. But then I watched my friend play it, and he was just miserable because he played it all at once. He got sick of it, and then he tried to get the Chaos Emeralds. Man, fuck the Chaos Emerald stages. Also, holy shit, this game's art style was awesome.
It looks like you can pass through if you crouch.
Yo, it's like a stage show and it's drawn? This is actually super cool. Also, shoutouts to being able to, make myself hover in midair with my stabbing. I like the theme song of Sonic Heroes. Sonic theme song's Heroes, okay. Chaos Emeralds, I can't defend that, though.
This looks like
yeah, nothing can defend the travesty of a feature. Well, at least we agree on that. I like Sonic Heroes, I only played Amy's side because it was the easiest. That's fair. God, okay. I brought this up with my friend. And I always bring it up every time I talk about Sonic. Why do we like talking about Sonic? I don't even like Sonic that much. Like, I mean, I like some games, but I wouldn't call myself a fan. But we always talked about it. And we always found new stuff to talk about it. And I brought it up with him, and I'm like, why do we talk about it so much? Interesting. I don't know why, it's just one of those series which you could so easily talk about. I genuinely consider myself a Sonic fan. I mean, fair enough. More power to you. The microwaves you find in the game contain some useful items. Yeah, okay, that just, you know, honestly, after the last game, that just makes sense. Because Sonic is an interesting topic, whether you hate it or not. For fuck's sake, I enjoyed the first two Sonic Riders games, the Kinect one. Holy shit, no.
This is how cathead grass works.
Cathead grass is hidden around the world. Touch it to pick it up. You can review the cathead grass that you collected on the title menu. Good to know. First Sonic Riders was terrible. Fuck the Babylon Garden. See, Sonic also has the same problem. So that's a cool dodge. Holy shit, that's super fast also. Sonic has the same problem as Final Fantasy. And that is that you can only... There's never ever going to be a definitive, like, ah, yes, this is the best one, because they're all so different from each other. And, like, my friend explained it to me, and that causes, like, rifts in the fan base, because, you know, no one can ever agree on the right one, because they're all so different from each other. Okay, I need to go down, fair enough. And then now it's teaching me how to evade. Fair enough. It's kind of expecting having to evade something, but whatever. When the knight uses all of his might, he will rise again at the last checkpoint passed. His status at the last checkpoint is saved accordingly. That is terrifying. That looks like something that belongs in Bloodborne. Or Dark Souls, one of the two. Or Berserk. Any one of those three that could work in. God, but I'm still loving the sketch style. Holy shit. What was younger me thinking? This game looks awesome. A little bit simple in mechanics so far, but visually... Also, they want me for the low, low price of $1 million. Oh, also, ow! Also, wow, that's bloody. Alright, stabby. Oh, fun fact, the people who made Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic 06 fan dubs are making one for Sonic writers. Oh, you mean Snapcube? Man, that fan dub is so good. That's the best... Like, that's the thing with Sonic. It's truly a gift that keeps on giving. It's kind of sad to say, but as I mentioned before, I'm kind of a little bit upset that the Sonic movie wasn't a huge dumpster fire. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but you know what? You know, thinking on it now, it's probably for the best it wasn't a huge dumpster fire. Because, you know, that would have put all of the efforts that they would have put into that movie to waste. And, you know, I can't be mad that they made it better, you know? But I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't at least hoping it'd be a little bit trashy. But from what I hear, it's fine. I mean, I didn't see it, so I can't pass judgment. But, you know, the knight can spend hearts to acquire from fallen foes to increase power. Rescue eyeballs and touch them to call forth the shop. And then I can buy things. Huh. Well, that's only slightly terrifying. Mercury and Tears increase the Black Knight's defense by strengthening his armor. If a certain amount of damage is received, the additional parts will break. And then extra lives and maximum health. Well, okay, I know what I'm saving up for. Final Fantasy 15 is kind of my favorite Final Fantasy if you play Royal/Winter's Edition. I mean, that's the version to play. There's no reason to play the old one now.
It could be over at any moment.
I mean, I'll still say my favorite Final Fantasy 7, and you know, because Remake's coming out, that kind of is really hype for me. I mean, you know, it'll be a while before I can pass judgment on the whole thing, because, you know, it'll be a while before the whole game is done. But that's fine. I'm patient. They can take their time with it. If it's as good a quality as what the remake is looking like, that's fine. I'm okay with them taking their time, unlike some people. Not naming any names, just, you know, literally just some people online. Also, holy shit, I take a lot of damage. Okay. Right. Another collectible. I'll take that. Would like some health, though. God, they're moving, like, backgrounds in the moving backgrounds in the background. Yeah, great English skills there, camera. Looks super dope. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of The Puppeteer, if anyone knows that game, by Japan Studio, which was a PS3 exclusive, which was actually super cool. Man, you ever want a game where you go to yourself, oh, this came out at the wrong time for it to become popular? The Puppeteer is one of them. I like Sonic Unleashed, but I never finished it because the copy I had was bugged and I couldn't get past one boss fight. Yeah, that sucks when stuff like that happens. I had a bug copy of Super Paper Mario where it would always freeze at a certain point. At least that's what I was told by my sister. I don't know, maybe she just sucked at the game. But, you know, she said she tried many times to get past it, so I took her word for it, and we got another copy. Isn't Final Fantasy VII Remake gonna be so big that spending the universe is actually gonna be like 2 to 3 games? Yep! First game's only Midgar. Which is funny, because then you get people saying, like, that game's gonna be too short, and they keep on saying, no, it's gonna be a 40-hour RPG, because for some reason they can't understand the idea that it's not going to be just 4 hours. There's a pet peeve of mine. It's questions that can be answered simply if people just read. Or, like, Google something. Like, you know, literally just Google it. Like, literally one of the first things that they keep on saying. Yep, knew that was gonna happen. Cool. God, these enemies are actually horrifying. Got enough to increase my maximum health, though. Okay, there we go. That's what I needed to do. Okay, get to the cloud, then this cloud, then that cloud. Pray to God that I don't fall down. Alright, and pray to God that I don't fall into a pit. I fell on an enemy. Good enough. Microwave! Health scroll? I'll take that. People on the internet read? Are you mad? It's almost like they're not making the entire game about, the entire game Nibelheim. Man, the amount of... There's always a few pet peeves, especially with games, like, because I've mentioned this with, like, family members and stuff before, but games design, since it's been so, like, since it grew so quickly, and so suddenly, compared to, like, other mediums, it hasn't had the time for people to actually learn how they're actually produced and made. And don't get me wrong, nowadays it's still better than ever, like, you know, for people to get the information that they need and for people to actually understand how it's working. But that being said, it's still so alien to people how games are actually made. Like, like one of the best examples I can think of what I'm trying to think how to say it is Kickstarter. Kickstarter games. So, you know, Kickstarter, you know, you kickstart a game for whatever, $100,000, let's say, give or take. And then you get the game, you do, you know, and then you say, all right, we want to get it ready in 2 years. And most of the time, a lot of Kickstarter games especially, trying to figure out where to go. Unless it's literally just at the bottom and I just have to go. Okay, no, it doesn't look like it. I guess I have to go up. But you get the Kickstarter game and it's like, all right, so we want to get it ready in like 2 to 3 years. And most of the time, they overscope. Like, that's one of the most common problems, especially with games design, is you overscope, you gotta cut back. It happens all the time. I did it when I studied it in university. I overscoped all the time. I thought I could do so much, and it just didn't happen. And that's my bad. So you get the, you know, you get the games on Kickstarter, they're like, alright, we're gonna get it ready by this time. And a lot of the time, they overshoot. Like, remember when Shenmue was supposed to come out in 2017? Yeah, of course that wasn't gonna happen. Like, what are you, insane? Okay, I literally could just jump through that. Fair enough. I can jump through cat paws, good to know. But, like, yeah, what? You were gonna get it ready in, like, 2 years at most? Are you insane? Same with, Finny, with, Bloodstained. like, even as experienced as Eager is, you know, they're still trying to, like, nail down all of the things. And recently, people may have seen it, but they had to, completely scrap one of the Kickstarter stretch goals, which was a randomizer for, like, roguelike dungeons, because the game's code cannot support it. And, like, the main argument is, well, why didn't you, like, why didn't you have the game in mind to be set for that code? And honestly speaking, yes, that is a valid argument. Why didn't you design the game already to keep in mind you know, that you're going to have a randomizer? And, like, honestly, there are three probably likely reasons that that's not the case, that it's not the case of that they just didn't think about it. Number one, code is fickle as fuck, and it can cause problems. I'm going to increase my life. That's what I'm going to do. So, you know, as they were developing the game got too complex, and the code just doesn't work. And that sucks, and they tried their best to make it work, it didn't work. Second reason is that when they put the Kickstarter reward, they had to, it's one of the later Kickstarter rewards, so they had to, like, when they funded everything, they were like, oh shit, we need to add more backer rewards, so they added it in, probably thinking, oh yeah, we could probably do this. And the game was probably, like, at least in planning, or, like, concept phase at that point, so they probably already had, like, code developed. Honestly, it could be code that they could have scrapped, but, you know, the point is they already had sort of, like, something that they were trying to, like, what's the word? There's a specific word I'm trying to think of. Like, a specific code, like, it's their vertical slice, you know, their design document, you know, their testing, their pre-alpha, their actual pre-alpha, not video game trailer pre-alpha, which is not pre-alpha. And then the third reason is they made it work beforehand, and then because of all of the different, like, you know, updates and, like, having the game development take way longer than they planned, it just didn't work out in the end. And I think all of those are pretty valid reasons, but the problem is, you know, people don't care about that. They care about the fact that, oh, they promised something, they're not going to deliver it anymore. Which sucks, because it sounds like they really tried for a long, long time. And Eager, as a developer, as a director, he's pretty competent for the most part. Like, I also remember seeing how... magical attack. Magical attacks are powerful, but the number of uses is limited. Available attacks are in top left beside the black hellborn screen. Power-ups for magic attacks are also available in the shop. While using close-range magic, your magic are invulnerable. Good to know. But yeah, like, even on, like, Shenmue 3, Yu Suzuki is well known for, like, scrambling money. He's not very good at budgeting.
Come off to somewhere new.
So, you know, that was the problem with Shenmue development. And, you know, like, here's the thing. Development never goes smoothly. There's always going to be something wrong. Remember when Ryo's face looked weirdly squished in the original reveals of Shenmue 3? Yeah, that's because it was early footage. But, you know, people went, oh, this game looks terrible. It's like, no, it's early footage. But, you know, that's why it's very important for developers to choose when they show their games. It's like another pet peeve of mine is when people ask for a release date and they just keep on asking. It's like, well, just say a release date already. And it's like, alright guys, look. It's great that you can delay... delaying games is now a more common practice than ever, and that's good. Like, that's a good thing. Because, you know, PS3 360 generation, it was very rare for games to get delayed. And, like, things get rushed and then they are broken at launch and for various reasons. Like, games getting delayed more than ever nowadays is a good thing, especially as how, you know, with how complex they are. But when you got the people asking, just say a release date. Just say, you know, just say one, whatever. Like, release window, I feel like is a good, like, middle ground, where it's like, alright, we're aiming for spring 2020. Or we're aiming for 2020. Like No More Heroes said. But the thing is, when you say a release date, you have to, you know, make sure that everything is ready for the day that you say it is. So you can't just say arbitrarily, oh, we'll get it done by May 3rd. Like, no, you gotta make sure that everyone's ready for it to be available by May 3rd. Not just, you know, the people shipping the game, but the consoles, the licensing, the retailers. Again, this is just getting way too this is way too, like, not technical, but, like, I'm thinking way too much compared to some people. Some people just want their video game and then that's it. And, like, you know what? Fine, whatever. But I'm the type of person where it's like, this is why I can wait for games. I'm a very patient person, so that also helps. I mean, I waited for The Last Guardian and Final Fantasy 15 for 10 years. That shows you the extent of my patience. What's a funny bit video? I mean, that's why FF7R and Cyberpunk got delayed, which is funny, because FF7R would have released today if not delayed. That is true! But thank fuck it got delayed. I need to see that video now. Sorry, this is turning into a rambly stream. And you know what? I think I'm okay with that. Damn it, still need 100 to increase my thingy again. I think I got free magic. But yeah. Like, how do you guys feel about delays, overall? I tend to subscribe to the Shigeo Miyamoto method of, like, a bad game, a rush game is bad, whereas a good game that takes its time is good forever. I mean, you could argue, but yeah, but patches. Which, you know, that's true. But, you know, you shouldn't pull a Bethesda and then just say, oh, don't worry, people will patch the game or we'll patch it later. Obviously, you want something to be as complete as possible at launch because, you know, first impressions. Cough, cough, Street Fighter 5, cough, cough. Cough, cough, Final Fantasy 15, cough, cough. I should be concerned that I'm collecting so many human hearts. But they get me things, so it's okay. A rush game will never turn out well. Unless it's a games jam. I mean, but obviously that's an entirely different setting. But, you know, point still stands. I say I can't wait for games, but I don't mean it literally. Delays just mean that the game is going to be complete and you will never know what goes on in development. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, I would love for developers to be more open. I think developers being more open would be great. But, you know, that's not always the case. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you will never know what happens behind closed doors. Honestly, I was waiting till a safe spot before I look at the video. And I was going to do it a little bit later, but yeah, you know what? I can watch it now. Okay, let me just take care of... Le Fire. Stabby, 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 stabby. Alright, this seems safe enough. Truly, mankind does not deserve doggos. Doggos and cats. I like cats as well. It's weird, I have 3 dogs, but honestly, and this is going to be like heresy to some people, I honestly think I would I think I would suit better as a cat person than a dog person. If I have to be honest. Don't get me wrong, I love my puppas. But, considering my personality, I think a cat would suit me way better. I'm neither a dog nor cat person, I am an animal person, that's fair. I mentioned before how... I'm trying to figure out how to put this. Some people always... I always have to be careful how I say this, because some people take it the wrong way. I mentioned when, there's actually a Shadow of the Colossus playthrough. On my YouTube channel. It's one of my least popular playthroughs, but that's fine, because I always wanted to do it, and then when the remake came out, I'm like, alright, this is my opportunity, so I did do it. But, like, in the playthrough, I did a lot of talking about, you know, video games as art, and different, like, subject matters. One of them I talked about was the idea of, like, aggro being a companion. I literally just lost the health that I got. Good job, me. Yes, I indeed have a Discord. Thank you, Una, for plugging as always. You do a way better job than me. But, I was talking about aggro as a companion, and I was bringing up the idea that I don't actually, and, like, I don't, how do I put this? I don't get emotionally attached to animals like some people do. I don't have that instant attachment to, like, cuteness that people do. Like... I'm kind of very, not cold, like, that's not the right word, I wouldn't say I'm cold, but, like, if someone sees, like, a cute picture of a, whoops, well, I got a checkpoint, so it's all good, if someone showed me, like, a cute picture of, like, a polar bear, I'd be like, yep, that's a wild animal, in the wild. Totally intended to get that, to get that death, I swear. I need more than just the initial reaction. I need, like, an actual, like, reason to like the animals. Like, of course, I was the same way with my dogs. I didn't like them immediately. And that sounds kind of harsh to say, and it is. But, you know, the bonds grew over time. Especially with one of them, which was supposed to be a foster care dog for us for a little bit, but the owners literally abandoned him. So we just took him in. And he's an absolute goofball. Well, we won't have it any other way. You say is a monster, confirmed. I think what brought that conversation on was... Oh god, Jesus!
It could be over at any moment. Knock on
Man,
wood.
this stage is kicking my ass because freaking sewer levels are the worst. But, I think what brought it on was, yeah, I think I remember what brought it on. I think what brought it on was a, video of, like... someone... petting a polar bear? Or something like that. It was something like that. And then loads of people were starting to try and pet wild bears. And then that led to, like, a announcement. I can't remember where this was. But, like, it led to an announcement where basically they had to be like, you know, the National Trust or whatever had to be like, could you please stop trying to pet wild bears? And for me, that was like, you know, that was pure logic. And obviously this is an extreme. Obviously most people know not to pet bears in the wild. Like, that's stupid. Like, that's dumb. But, like, there was still, like, a group of people going, like, no, but the bears have feelings. And it's like, okay, look. I get that you think it's cute, but it's still a wild animal. I'm sorry, but bears rip the shit... Your cute polar bears rip the shit out of seals. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. I'm getting myself killed as I remember this story. I remember arguing with someone I know about it. She loves animals, and, fair enough to her. She actually, she actually, I think she's doing animal care or something, which is fair enough. But, like, for fuck's sake. I just remember that conversation now, because I just remember the conversation of, like, you know your dogs have feelings, right? And I'm like, yeah, I know they have feelings, but they're still animals, you know? Uterus Peter confirmed. No, I am not Peter. I won't even joke about that. Peter are just assholes. Man, this game actually likes to kick your ass. 8-directional, aiming, though. You want a bear to tear out your thread? Go ahead, pet it. If there's one thing Peter is good at, it's making their own graves. And also being massive hypocrites. That's also a pretty good one. Alright, back into the sewer I go. You know, I have magic. I haven't even tried it out yet, because I was too busy complaining about people trying to pet wild bears.
Oh, it's you! What will you do?
Oh, wow. It actually takes away all your life also. Really? Wow, that's super harsh. That's like Vanquish, where it just takes away the life and, like, all the upgrades to your weapons that you've gained because you've died. Huh. Also suck at aiming, apparently. Can you... There we go. God. But yeah, the point is, I guess I'm just a very logical person like that. I'm very logical and very blunt. But, not blunt, very straight edge. I think that's the best way to put it. Like, I never have a second meaning behind most things that I say, unless I'm being, like, completely, like, sarcastic with something. Like, I remember I was trying out, like, a new recipe that my mom did for, like, spaghetti, like, and the bolognese. She did a new bolognese recipe, and she went, oh, so how is it? And I went, hey, it's fine. Yeah, no, I went, yeah, it's fine. And then when she said that, she went, oh, you don't like it? And I went, no, I said it's fine. And she went, well, that's not what fine usually means. And it's like, Mom, the literal definition of the word fine means that, hey, it's okay. Yeah, but when people say okay, it's usually not good. It's like, what? You know, I just had to do that thing where I went, no, Mom, I literally mean, when I say fine, I mean it's literally fine. There's no double meaning to it, because that's just how I am. You know? Like, I'm pretty straight edge when it comes to stuff like that. Because I literally didn't know what she was talking about for the longest time. I'm like, what do you mean? What double meaning? And she went, yeah, but usually when people say fine, they're not trying to be rude. See you later, Risk. Thanks for listening to the rambling, and for bearing with all of the problems. Also, ow. It's like how you're supposed to text a girl. Supposedly, that is. Also, you know, it's like, oh, you're supposed to be, like, really, you want to play around, and it's like, why? Just say what you mean. Just put it, you know, simple on the thing. Why would I overcomplicate things? I get it. My go-to response for anything is, it was alright. You have to say it with the right intonation, of course, as well. You can't just say, you know, if you go, it's fine. Then, of course, yeah, okay, then, yeah, okay, the tone, it's, like, giving away the fact that it's not fine. But, you know, if I go, yeah, it's fine. You know, say it that way, it's like, okay, that usually means it's okay. At least, in my world, it usually means it's okay. But yeah, like I said, that's why I really suck with stuff like, Sorry, just... I'm not gonna go for it. There's a collectible over there, but I'm not gonna go for it. Still haven't tried my, Okay, that's what my magic does. Good to know. Probably should have done that ages ago. Alright. If I could get into a shop soon, that would also be great. Alright. No. Alright. Don't jump at the thing when it's not a thing that you can jump on. There we go. Oh, God. Okay, don't mind me. That was just a little bit of, frame stutter. Alright, cool. Don't need to kill you. Freaking weird head thing, whatever the hell you are. I'm the Black Knight, damn it. I'm not gonna get killed by you again. Not you. God, those things on the walls remind me... One, they remind me of, like, slimes and stuff from, like, Castlevania that, like, climb on the walls also. And also the, things from Metroid. That also do the exact same thing. And, okay, we're golden. Fishing made it further. Whew, alright. Yeah, guys, Suda month is almost over. I might... Okay, that's fine. I just got a checkpoint, so I'm okay with that. I was just thinking, I might... I'm not sure if I want to do... Let It Die, you know? Oh, wow. Actually, no, never mind. I didn't just get a checkpoint. I might just... Honestly, I might just go straight on to No More Heroes. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of do want to give Let It Die another shot, though. It's just one of those things where now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, how would I even... Like, what would even, like, be the setup? Like, because we'd be just doing basically similar runs over and over again from what I remember. But man, the first part would be so cool to show, though. If I could start over again. Like, that's the main big thing that I would want to do, though. I would want to start over again. I guess I could make a new character, so that would... Yeah, that would work. Just, I need to show off Uncle Death. He's, like, the best part of the game. Uncle Death's so cool. And he's so dumb. Alright. Oh, great. Don't get pelted by rocks. Okay. Get close. Alright. Ooh, okay. Invulnerable during magic. Thank Christ. Please give me a checkpoint. Or at least some health. I'd appreciate health also. Or a 1-up. I'll take that. Checkpoint would still be appreciative, though. Okay. these little slime balls take me down. Would be kind of nice to have a map. I mean, things seem pretty linear, but there seems to be at least a little bit of backtracking going on. Also, completely missed that, so that's cool. No, you don't. A little bit further, come on. Yes! Okay, Right. Slashy, slashy. Checkpoint! That's what I'm talking about. Don't even care if I die now. Although I should probably still be careful. Okay, yep. Guys, I should be totally careful right now. Gets immediately pelted with a fireball. Why do I even say stuff like that? I know it's going to... I know it's going to, like... completely screw me over. And yet I say it anyway. My inventory is so full, but I don't have anywhere to hold all these materials. Just buy more retainers, obviously. Clearly, that's what you should do. So, ow. No, 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 no. Jump, jump, stabby. Yep, okay, this is fine. Just lose most of my health while through doing that. Huh, now this is actually just reminding me of Bloodstained. Well, at least we're done with sewer systems. And another checkpoint, thank you. What are you leveling up in crafting now, Madrin? How to win every single game. Step 1, die. Step 2, no you. Step 3, win.
It's you.
Pretty much. Learn, adapt, and overcome. You know, honestly speaking, is it even worth me getting more life if I just lose it if I die? Might as well just get more lives. Just so I can continue forward.
You. What will you do?
Pretty much everything, but right now mainly Weaver and Level Worker. One day I'll get my Culinarian up there. I think he's just at level 10 right now. Also my fishing. My fishing is also atrocious. I kind of put Culinarian and fishing skills on the lower end of the spectrum. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get another life. Oh man, there's the FF event going on right now. Also, the Little Ladies' Day. When does that end? Because I still haven't done it yet. God, I haven't even done 5.1 story or 5.2 story. That's how behind I am. I'm a terrible FF14 player. March 16th? Okay, so I got time. You know what, fuck it. Instead of Let It Die, I could do Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. Also, please reach! I could just do that instead. Or do Let It Die and Final Fantasy 14. That's an idea. So I don't have to dedicate 5 hours just to Let It Die. know what? That sounds like a good idea. Okay, you know what? I'd prefer it if you didn't. Oh man, bullet help, bullet help.
It could be over at any moment.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, okay, there we go. Ooh, boy. Oh, checkpoint, thank Christ. Oh god, level's still going. Game's still looking really pretty. Would prefer if the frame stutters didn't happen, though. Not gonna lie. Also, it's a pretty hard game, all things considered. Alright. Perfect jump onto Seed. Ocean fishing is an amazing addition. Makes leveling fishing so fast. Really? I'll have to get on that then if I want to level up them fishing. I do love my fishing in video games. It's one of those mini games. It's one of those mini games I always love because there's so many different ways to do it. Simple and like way too in-depth. Unless your name is Big the Cat, then your fishing minigame can fuck off. You know that... Okay, you know that, there's that thing, there's that rule that, during a social conversation, the longer that a social conversation goes on, the higher chance of Hitler being mentioned. And eventually... it will always reach 100%. And there's an actual rule for this in, like, social interactions and in social scenarios. I can't remember what it's called, but there's an actual study that goes, yeah, the longer that a study goes on, that a conversation goes on, the chance of people mentioning Hitler will reach 100%. For me, that's like, for me, it's the Sonic version. It's how long can we go talking about video games without mentioning Sonic the Hedgehog in any way? The longer the conversation goes on, eventually, for me, it will reach 100%. It's like my own personal version. Mentioning Big the fucking Cat. You know he has the same voice actor as the guy who did Duke Nukem. All my gatherers are 80, so it's making materials for crafting much easier. Yeah, that's my plan. Oh, okay. I didn't even see what happened. Thanks, video game. I didn't even see what happened. I was looking over at chat. Well, I'm really glad I got that extra life. I said it as soon as you hit send. Oh god, oh god. God, if I can at least get to stage 3. Yeah, just do a fishing minigame right now with Big the Cat. God, Big the Cat sucks for so many fucking reasons. Can I just talk how much I hate Big the Cat? Can that be the rest of the stream? Don't worry, Froggy. The pain will be over soon. Yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's not even worth talking about. Froggy, I committed mass homicide. Okay, that's the one point I have to mention. Alright, this is the only point I'll mention, but this one has to be mentioned. And that's the fact that Big the Cat, you know, for people who don't know, in Sonic Adventure, his whole thing is, he has a friend called Froggy, and Froggy's, like, more important than Big the Cat ever is, because he's got a Chaos Emerald in his tail. So, like, the whole point of this Froggy character is, like, people are trying to find him, or Eggman, or whatever, because he's got a Chaos Emerald in his tail. So, Big the Cat's whole fucking story is he goes fishing, and he does the fishing, and he wants to find his friend, because his friend disappears, Froggy. So, of course, what he does is he goes to a lake, and then physically yoinks and pulls on his best friend with a fishing line to just take him against his will, because he wants his friend back. Yeah, your best friend in the lake? Yeah, just keep yanking on his mouth as you rip his cheeks open to give him a new smile. Yeah, good job, Big. Real great friend you are there.
What a shock!
And wow, that is actually legit game over.
Defeated. What a sad way to end a tale. Let's
And I have to
say
restart the
it was
whole
an
entire level.
alternate version of the story, shall we?
Wow! That level goes on for a while! Man, I wonder if easy difficulty has, like, more nicer checkpoints, because holy shit. Name's stain on my pants, bro. The only thing more torture of fishing for Froggy is listening to his theme song. Also, you just got jump scared by Skyrim? Actually, to be fair, that happens to me quite often also. Because you're not expecting it. And then suddenly a skeever comes up in your face and you're like, holy shit! Fucking looked behind me to a zombie and literally jumped out of my fucking skin. Oh man, I don't know if I have the willpower to go through a whole level again. Man. Just playing Skyrim and then suddenly Dragon. Man, the dragons are so cool to start out with, and then by, like, the 20th one, you're like, oh, fuck, come on, I just want to go to town to talk to the potion seller, because I need more health potions. And then suddenly, okay, I'm gonna teleport to Helgen to get more potions. Oh, okay, dragon suddenly appears, well, I gotta deal with this problem. Like, motherfucker, I just want my potions! And then he attacks the people, and then he kills that one NPC that you wanted to talk to. But, you know, it wasn't a super important NPC, so they're actually dead. And then it's like, well, shit. And now I'm gonna have to either reload a save. And then you accidentally hit one of the guardsmen, and then they start attacking you, and then trying to send you to jail because you attacked them while you were trying to attack the dragon. And they're like, stop, in the name of the laws of Skyrim. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm trying to help you. It wasn't my fault that you got in the way of my fire blast as I was trying to shoot the dragon. Even better playing Skyrim and then suddenly vampires. Screw it, I'm gonna make another animal weapon, round 3. Oh god, oh god! God, I haven't even created my first one. From base game. And by base game, I mean 2.0. My freaking Gale Bog Spear that I want so badly, and I still haven't done it! This is why you play the PC version and click on their corpse and type resurrect. Yeah, but, or I could just use necromancy. Big brain. Have all the base of Realm Reborn relic weapons? Well, that's good to be you. I don't. I want them. I have Katana and I have Gale Bolg. I haven't finished them. One day I will. One day. Or just reload a save every time, just save scum it. True. Ah, very true. Oh, say I don't recognize this one. Hey, Andrew, how's Grand Blue? One day I'll get the game when the European version copy comes out because I decided to support my home country. Yep. How's Waifu Virgil? Also known as my main. Next to, Katarina. Catherine? Katarina? Did I just say the lead champion? I think I just said the lead champion. Heaven's Ward relics take a long time, so you only have 2. I don't even remember what the Heaven's Ward relics look like. Like, I don't even know where you get them. Where do you get them? I know where you get the Stormblood ones. Shit, I actually don't know where you get them. Huh. And I don't think Shadowbringers has my favorite Grand Blue Fantasy versus character is the bow-wielding Fot. Hey look, just because she know what she wants and she's gonna get it. I don't know why, but the fact that it says field and niche used / add permitted term Fot is way more funny than it should be to me. The first step on the Shadowbringers weapons are coming soon. Oh joy. Oh joy. And that's gonna be a it's gonna be a treat. You know what? I think we're good for Suda Day today. Had some interesting things happen this session, but you know what? I'm just gonna chill and I'm just going to talk. So you know what? This is what we're doing now. So just give me a sec. We're just going to chat now, so if you ever need help with relics, I'm always here. Yeah, I mean, it's appreciated. I will need help with relics. I will take you up on that offer. Just found 10 bottles of skooma. Fuck yeah. Man. Skyrim's one of those games where I don't know how I feel about it. Like, all the mods certainly help out, but man, foam sword combat does not do it for me. Can you just put a picture of Mondo on the stream? Or did you actually mean Kondo? I'm assuming you meant to say Mondo. I don't even know how you made that mistake. C is so far away from M. That's almost that's actually kind of impressive if that was a mistake. Ah, jeez. It's been an interesting session today. Oh, Halo Master Chief Collection for PC and Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary have now come out for PC. Cool. Oh, what? Oh, man. Shinsuke Kodama left Capcom. He was the main man behind the Phoenix Wright games. Well, the recent ones. Man. That being said, he mainly worked on games that haven't come over to the West yet. For fuck's sake, Capcom, where is my Great Ace Attorney localization? I want it. I want it so bad. I got to test Halo Combat Evolved PC Edition. I was part of the testing. Ah, that's super cool. I actually don't have that big of a connection with Halo, so I'm not the biggest Halo fan because, you know, I was a PlayStation Nintendo guy, but I played it at friends' houses, and I really enjoyed it, especially the multiplayer. I would absolutely be down for playing it on PC. Yeah, I know Grand Ace Attorney got the fan translation. I want there to be a way to patch the emulated version, because I would totally do that. I would totally play that game on camera. I want it so bad. I want it so bad. Like, because I think the fan translation only works for if you have a Japanese copy of the game and then you patch it in that way. I'm not sure if someone's actually patched it into the emulated version of the game. Yeah, that'd be cool as a, like, as a team game. I'm fucking done. Capcom doesn't want to piss off the people who own Sherlock Holmes because he's in the Great Ace Attorney. I know that's the reason. I know. I know that's the reason, because the people who own Sherlock Holmes are really defensive of the IP. I thought he was public domain for a long time, until I found out. Oh no, right? The people still like the shit. Who was the author of Sherlock Holmes? Sherlock Holmes is written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. That's it. The Conan Doyle estate. They're super defensive and butthurt about when it's used, which sucks. Yeah, it's weird because you got the Sherlock series on BBC, and I think there's a newer series of, like, Sherlock or something based on Sherlock. There's, you know, the Guy Ritchie movies. There's the weird games made by that one company in, like, Sweden, which made, like, Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter. They've done a lot of games like that. They've done a lot of Sherlock Holmes games. I think it's the same company that's owned them for the longest time. Hang on. Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter. I'm pretty sure. Who is it? Yeah, Frogwares. I think they've done a lot of Sherlock. Yeah, they've done a lot of Sherlock Holmes stuff. Oh my god, Sherlock Holmes vs. Jack the Ripper was in 2009? Oh god, I legitimately thought that game was from, like, 2001. It's not a looker. it's not a looker by any means. Yeah, they've done a lot of, yeah, they've done most of the stuff. Oh, they were also the guys that did, Sinking City. Yeah, you know what? Credit where credit's due. They've got their niche. They do a lot of work. They do a lot of games based on like existing literature. Oh, it's Ukrainian, not Swedish. With subsidiary offices in Dublin. Random. That was the game with the teleporting Watson, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, it was Sherlock Holmes and the Mystery of the Mummy, or the Case of the Silver Earring, maybe. Jack the Ripper. No, Jack the Ripper wasn't the one with the teleporting Watson. It was one of the ones before it. It was like Sherlock Holmes the Awakened or something like that. Oh, it was one of their earlier ones. Yeah, I heard those these Sherlock Holmes games are actually pretty, like, they're jank. They're like super jank, but they're actually pretty decent. Which is, you know, I'm not one to say no to jank. So. And plus I like my murder mysteries. Yeah, they are super low budget also, but that's also because video game development in, like, Eastern Europe is very, very cheap. That's what Konami did with Silent Hill Downpour, is when they gave it out to a Polish company, because it was super cheap to make. Like, Middle Europe and Eastern European studios are, for some reason, just, they're really cheap. Crime and Punishment, Devil's Daughter are still on PC. Yeah, because they're the latest ones. I don't know of any way to get any of the other ones, but to be fair, I'm not an expert on the matter, so I wouldn't know personally. They were gone everywhere for a while because the Frogwares license ran out. Yeah, that makes sense, but in October they renewed it. Oh wow, that's actually super recent. So yeah, that actually makes perfect sense then. Man, it's kind of scary to think when you think of, like, games with, like, licensed whatever in them. And then when that license is up, then they're technically not allowed to sell it anymore. So, you know, they have to take it down. Like, think about, like, you know, think about Lollipop Chainsaw. Like, think about the music in that game. Those licenses are gonna run out one day, so then what happens? Well, you know, they can't sell it anymore. Speaking of Eastern Euro developed games, I'm excited for Pathologic 2's PS4 release on Friday. Yeah, speaking of Eurojank. Yeah, I remember mentioning, you mentioning Pathologic 2. I remember that. You know what, I'm looking at the, it's actually, because of the, sorry, I'm just looking at the Black, Black Knight, like, screen I'm on right now. Because of the red, because of the red curtains and the theater, it actually works kind of nice for my setup, for my stream layout. I actually kind of like that. It's the same sort of red. Huh. What a coincidence.